The land beyond the River of Shadows was unlike anything the warriors had seen before. The earth was dry and cracked, the sky a perpetual gray, and the wind carried the sound of distant drums. The air felt thick with history, as though the ground itself was imbued with the memories of long-dead warriors. "This is the land where the ancestors fought their final battles," Nkable explained to his warriors. "Here, their spirits still linger, and their wisdom is hidden in the very earth." As they traveled deeper into the land, the atmosphere grew heavier, and the warriors began to feel the weight of their ancestors' expectations. The beads they wore, bright and intricate, seemed to hum with energy. Nkable knew that the trials ahead would test not only their physical strength but their connection to the traditions that had shaped them. At the heart of the land lay a vast open field, where the wind swirled in strange patterns. In the center of the field stood a single ancient tree, its branches twisted and gnarled. It was beneath this tree that Nkable knew he would find the sacred beads of the ancestors, the key to awakening the Shining Spear's power. But as they approached the tree, the ground beneath them began to tremble. From the shadows emerged the spirits of the forgotten warriors, towering figures clad in ghostly armor, their faces hidden beneath masks. The warriors moved to draw their weapons, but Nkable raised his hand. "No," he said calmly. "This is not a battle of arms, it is a battle of honor." The largest of the spirits stepped forward, his voice a low rumble. "You seek the beads of the ancestors, but they are not freely given. To claim them, you must prove your worth. Each of you must confront your greatest fear and emerge victorious, or you will remain in this land forever." One by one, the warriors were called forward to face their trials. Some confronted visions of failure, others the ghosts of past mistakes. Each trial was unique, designed to test their resolve and their connection to the traditions of their people. When Nkable's turn came, he stepped forward without hesitation. The spirit warrior spoke. "King Nkable, your trial is one of sacrifice. Are you willing to lay down your life for your people, even if it means you may never see them again?" Without hesitation, Nkable responded, "I am." In that moment, the spirits nodded, and the vision before him faded. He had passed the test of spirit, and as the last of his warriors completed their trials, the ancient tree's branches parted, revealing a hidden chamber at its roots. There, draped across an altar of stone, lay the sacred beads, glowing with an ethereal light. Nkable knelt before the altar, reverently picking up the beads. He felt the weight of generations in his hands, the power of his ancestors coursing through him. The time had come to seek the Shining Spear. With the sacred beads in hand, Nkable and his warriors continued their journey, guided now by the ancestors themselves. The land of forgotten warriors had tested them, but it had also strengthened them. Each warrior felt the presence of the ancestors more keenly now, their wisdom and power flowing through the beads they wore. As they traveled, the sky began to clear, and the sun's rays broke through the clouds, casting a golden light on the path ahead. In the distance, a towering mountain loomed, its peak hidden by mist. Nkable knew that the Shining Spear lay atop that mountain, waiting for him. The climb was steep and treacherous, but the warriors pressed on, their resolve unshaken. As they neared the summit, a strange light began to glow from the mist, flickering like the flame of a distant fire. The closer they got, the brighter the light became, until finally, they reached the top of the mountain. There, standing tall against the sky, was the Shining Spear. Its shaft was made of gleaming wood, etched with ancient symbols, and its blade glowed with a soft, golden light. It was a weapon unlike any other, a symbol of a king's power and the protection of his people. As Nkable approached the spear, he felt a surge of energy, as though the very earth beneath his feet was alive with the power of the ancestors. He reached out and grasped the spear. The moment his hand touched it, the sky above erupted in thunder and lightning, and the earth trembled beneath him. The power of the Shining Spear flowed through him, connecting him to the spirits of the land, the sky, and the ancestors. But the moment of triumph was short-lived. From the shadows of the mountain, a new enemy appeared, one more dangerous than any before. As the storm raged overhead, a figure emerged from the mist, a being of darkness, cloaked in shadow, with eyes that gleamed like embers. This was no ordinary enemy. It was Umnyama, the spirit of drought and destruction, the very force that had threatened the kingdom. "I have waited for you, King Kabla," Umnyama hissed. "You may hold the shining spear, but it will not save you or your people. I have come to claim this land, and not even the ancestors can stop me." Kabla stood tall, the shining spear glowing in his hand. "You may be powerful, Umnyama, but you are not stronger than the spirit of my people." With a roar, Umnyama lunged toward Nkabla, his dark energy crackling through the air. But Nkabla was ready. The shining spear pulsed with light as he raised it high, calling upon the power of the ancestors. The sacred beads around his neck glowed brightly, and the spirits of the land rose up to join the fight. In a clash of light and darkness, Nkabla and Umnyama battled atop the mountain. Each strike of the shining spear sent waves of light through the air, while Umnyama's attacks tore at the earth and sky. The warriors watched in awe as their king fought with the strength of generations behind him. Finally, with a mighty strike, Nkabla plunged the shining spear into the ground, calling upon the ancestors to banish the spirit of drought once and for all. A blinding light erupted from the spear, and Umnyama let out a piercing scream as his form disintegrated into the wind. The storm cleared, and the land below was bathed in sunlight. Nkabla stood victorious, the shining spear still glowing softly in his hand. The drought was over, and the kingdom had been saved. As they descended the mountain, the warriors knew that they had witnessed something extraordinary. Nkabla had proven himself not only as a king but as a protector of his people, a true Inkosi who had walked in the footsteps of the ancestors. The shining spear had found its rightful bearer, and the kingdom of Zululand would forever remember the tale of King Kabla, the sacred beads, and the journey that saved them all.
In the heart of the savannah where the winds do sing, stories of the ancients from the village ring. Underneath the baobab where the wise ones dwell, tales of the lion, the moon and the gazelle. The rhythm takes us, the beat goes on, through the night till the break of dawn. Remember the footsteps of the past, carrying the wisdom so the tales will last. Bass drops heavy, let the stories flow. The spirit of the ages, let the legend grow. Gather round, gather close, let the stories unfold.